Good afternoon, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday. It is the 10th day of July 2024. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. I hope your family's safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are saving lives. Those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create these heinous industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, children, families, veterans, senior citizens, homeless in the United States of America. And there are millions of people around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Okay, today's topic is Nick Clickbait. Nick Clickbait. Now, clickbait in general. What is clickbait? Clickbait, according to me, is things that are put on a media that causes the persons to look at it when it's not what it appears to be. Or somebody clicking on either a YouTube video or another piece of social media about something that they think is happening, but it ends up being untrue. And so first and foremost, to me, clickbait is dishonest. It's dishonest because it's usually lies. Well, dishonest is lies. The people that are doing the clickbait are lying to you. Now, people sometimes in Knicks Nation want to hear the lies. Yes, there are people that actually like to hear the lies because they even lies. They love the Knicks so much. They will listen even to lies. I used to do the same thing. I don't do it anymore because I find it's a waste of my time. And again, it's dishonest. But so I find a lot of Knicks channels that I click on the part that says not interested, don't show me this channel anymore, because of the amount of clickbait and lies they put out. Once I find that reporters or media types or people that have platforms have said enough clickbait and lies, I won't listen to them anymore, even if some of the things they say are true. Like they say, a broken clock is right twice a day, right? So, you know, eventually somebody might throw something at the wall and something might end up being true. But the amount of clickbait and lies these individuals or platforms have put out causes me in general to ignore them. One of the ways, Knicks Nation, and this is where this video comes in, one of the ways in which you can tell clickbait is by looking at good reporting. And as I mentioned, Wojnarowski, Shams, and for our own Ian Begley, and increasingly Fred Katz, they report honest news about things that are actually happening. They don't report on speculation. Now, Woj has at times delved into this in trying to assume he knows what a team needs. But when he reports about a trade coming or a trade about to happen or a trade that actually happened, it's 100%. And with Begley and Katz, they tried also. One of the reasons I like them is they stay away from speculation. People use the word facts too loosely. Speculation is not facts. And just because people have the same agent don't mean they're joining the same team all the time. That's one way. So if Begley, for example, 5 days ago, Ian Begley, and I'll put this in the description box, reported that the Knicks had no interest in trading Deuce McBride. This was just 5 days ago. And yet since that, there have been speculation about Deuce McBride trades, which means somebody is lying. I would say it's not Ian Begley. And to say in one breath, Ian Begley saying the Knicks had very little interest in trading Deuce McBride because people were talking about that to complete the Mikal Bridges trade, which they paid a lot for Mikal Bridges and they paid a lot for OG Anunoby. It makes no sense for the Knicks organization 5 days later to change their mind. It makes the Knicks organization look like ditzy, like I Love Lucy ditzy. And people that follow that delusional. And the Knicks organization is not ditzy. They're very careful. They play chess. They're several steps ahead of most people, which is what makes them very good at what they do. So, lately, there's been speculation about Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, look at this, Knicks Nation. Again, let's remember what we have. This is part of the problem, too. A lot of y'all, once the season is over, you forgot the season. You forgot things. For example, the Knicks, again, one game from the Eastern Conference Finals with a depleted team. And people are out here talking about breaking up the team because Karl Anthony Towns, the next 3 years, he's going to make an excess, either, I think this year is like 49 million, then it's 50 plus million. So the next 3 years, he's going to make an excess of $150 million. For the Knicks to have him, they would have to send out more money than they take in. So they would have to send out more than $50 million. They don't have any more draft capital because they've traded all their available draft capital to get Mikal Bridges. So people that are speculating on a cat trade are lying to you. There is going to be no cat trade. He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit financially. He doesn't fit Tibbs' style. And he for damn sure ain't taking Julius Randle's place. People are basing this speculation in part on the fact that Julius Randle, he has an extension coming up and he hasn't signed. Well, he's not supposed to sign it yet and he may not. And even then, he's not being traded this season from a team that was one game from the Eastern Conference Finals. You don't break up such a team. You add pieces to it, which is what comes in with Mikal Bridges. They sent out Bojan Bogdanovic, Bodega 44, who they got at the trade season, and they brought in a permanent piece in Mikal Bridges. That's how you build a champion. So when people come on my channel talking about what about this trade and that trade, that's why I ignore it most of the time. Because you're not paying attention to what the Knicks culture has become, to what they're trying to accomplish and how they're trying to do it. The Knicks are not looking for a big star anymore. They're not. The big star, if you want to call it that, was Mikal, and he's not the big star. He's the final piece. Okay? And with respect to Precious, when the Knicks signed Isaiah Hartenstein, this is before he got the $87 million, he was a backup to Mitchell Robinson. When Mitchell Robinson would get hurt or miss games, Jericho Sims would start and Hartenstein would stay in the second unit. This changed this past season because Hartenstein played so well with the starters that Tibbs, as he's wont to do, he'll stick with a player if the unit is excelling with that player. He's done it many times in the past. And so that's how Hartenstein became the starter, the permanent starter. And of course, he helped that young man make $87 million. So with respect to Precious, Precious would be the backup five if the Knicks continue, sign him. I don't know if they're going to sign him or what they're going to do, but if they did, I hope they do. He'd be the backup five and the backup four. He'd actually be a four behind Josh Hart even. But he'd be the backup, which means that because Mitchell Robinson's going to get hurt, hopefully he doesn't miss too many games, Jericho Sims would start, which is why you see him working so hard, and Precious would remain the backup five. And many of you have forgotten how many huge blocks Precious made for the Knicks this past season to help win basketball games. You completely forgot about that. I didn't. Which is why I want them to re-sign the young man. And not only that, of course, we've mentioned his upside, his age, and all of that. which is why I want him back. Okay, but he is not being traded for Karl Anthony Towns. They're not interested in him. They're not trading Deuce. They're not trading Julius Randle. I don't care if he signs an extension this summer or not. But for some of you, all of these facts will not matter because you love to be lied to. I'm talking to the people that call my channel that want truth. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Shalom.